so the video I'm going to be doing today is on back to school hairstyles, and I know that a lot of people have already gone back to school already. I don't go back to school until the 2nd of September, and I know that in England as well that not a lot of people go back to September anyway, but yeah, a lot of people in America, they do. So yeah, so I know you've already gone back to school, but you can still use these even if you are already at school. So yeah, okay. Well, the first one I've gotten is just like a little clip here. It's literally just clipped in there, and that's really simple to do. You literally have your part in just like that, and then you take a piece from one side and literally take it like this and bunch it, and then just hold it down and get a plain clip and literally clip that in your hair. Okay, so that's one side, and then something that I also like to do is take it from this side as well and do the exact same thing and just clip it on the other side. Like that. And so then that's quite an easy, simple look. That literally would take you 10 seconds. Something you could do to make it a little bit more interesting would be to add 2 clips. So these are my hair clips in here. So yeah, you could just take clips, so these ones, just stars, like that, and literally clip them in exactly over where you put the pin, just like that, and do the same on the other side. And then that's just like a really kind of neat and tidy hairstyle. So that can look really nice. And then to make it a little bit more dramatic, you can kind of, if you boof these parts up a bit. So if you start over again, you just take a piece, and then sometimes just if you like twist it round and then grab it and then kind of push it forward a bit, then clip it in. Add in the clips if you want to. And the same on the other side. And then even them out. See, that's a bit more dramatic, but still kind of the same. And there are loads of other things you can do to your hair apart from just clipping it back in sides like that. So for example, you could do a plait. So with this, if you just take the front section of your hair again and start plaiting it back, to about here, and then just pin that roughly back for now, and do the same on the side. Now I know that a lot of these back to school hairstyles are kind of the same, but I thought even though they are the same, each one, say even if there was one little different thing in each one, it's something else you can add to knowing of what to do, and then it will make your hairstyle just a little bit more better. So yeah, and then that kind of just looks like slightly more prettier and stuff, like that. And then you can also just kind of lift this hair up here and there, and look a bit more boho, I don't know. So then one day you might just want to put your hair up really quick, so the easiest way to do that would probably be to just literally get it in a ponytail there and start twisting it round, and then clip that back. And then when it's actually in your hair, then kind of, if you loosely do it back a bit, that can kind of look quite simple and easy-ish to do. So then I would say probably one of the most easiest ways to change your hairstyle would be just to change your parting. Like I usually have a middle parting, but if I do this, my face looks completely different just as if I do this. It looks really different as well. Now this parting that I've just done here, just literally like this, and then get my hands and brush it over. But be careful not to go too far, because then that will start just looking a bit as if you just had to pull your hair over. No, you could just leave it like this, but then With this, you've got all this extra hair on one side now, so you could do a plait, just one along the top. So if you get 3 sections and start plaiting it. But you don't have to do that tight, because sometimes if you do it quite tight, that can look, I don't know, more neat and preppy, whereas this is more casual and a bit more undone. And then just clip that in. And now it's kind of pretty like that. Or simply you could just get a sort of bigger, more detailed hair clip, like I have this flower one, which is just from Primark. And you can literally just clip it in your hair right at the front. Like that. And that just looks different. Okay, so then now you've also, another thing you can also do with this would be to start going up with your hands, twisting it round, slightly pushing it up, putting just any clip in that. I'm just going to use this flower one again. But it'd probably be better with a smaller one. And just making like a quiff. Right, next up I would say a plait. And now plaits, they can look good just on one side with hair like this, but they can look just as good if you do have a parting. So with a plait, I would say to literally plait it down. And I'm also going to be putting up a video soon, which is me showing how to do a fishtail plait, because that's kind of a little bit more detailed and not something that necessarily everybody might know how to do, just how everybody might know how to plait like this. I'm going to be making that into a different video. Now you never want to plait the complete entire way down, you want to plait more just to about there. And then kind of go like that bit. And this looks really good if you do have like a side fringe or something. But I don't, so mine's just like this. And now, as you know, well, some of you might know if you've watched a lot of my videos, that I don't have any straighteners at the moment. I did have some JHDs, and then they broke about 3 months ago. So since then, the only time I was actually able to use any straighteners or heat really on my hair apart from a blow dry was when I was at my friend's house or a friend come over with their straighteners. So that's why my hair usually looks the way it does, with some dents in it and stuff. So a good no heat way to kind of get some boho-y loose waves would be to plait your hair like this. Then with some hairspray, and this is just the James Brown hairspray, to simply spray some on and then kind of press that on. Alternatively, if you don't want it to be that much, because I know that some people with their hairspray don't want it to look stiff. Now, I know that this one doesn't really go stiff on your hair, but if you are worried of that, you can just spray it onto your fingertips, rub that, and then pat it on. And I know I'm sure I've read somewhere that that is what he sometimes recommended to do. So then you leave that for about 5 minutes. No, I haven't left it for 5 minutes because I don't have 5 minutes, but then you would literally just take it out loosely with your fingers and rubbing it, but not brushing it. And then when you take it out, it would have a slight wave to it. So that's a quick thing you can do, or just leave it in the plait. Okay, so one of the simplest things I could say would probably be a ponytail. And the difference that a ponytail can make, depending on whether you leave your part in, or whether you brush it all back, whether it's on top of your head, in the middle of your head, down the centre. I'm just going to show you quickly how they look different. So I'm just using my Tony & Guy brush and literally just brushing my hair back. And then do the rest of it with my fingers. Now I think with ponytails you don't want them too tight, because then it's going to pull your hair back, but if they're too loose then they're just going to fall out. So do it round. I usually do about 3 times. And now that's a bit tight, so then you can just literally put your hands on the back and pull it forward a little bit, but then kind of, to get it tight, pull from the top. And I think ponytails also look nice if you did do the plait curl and trick way. You could literally plait this now and then hairspray it, leave it to set, and then take it out. Because I think sometimes a ponytail looks better sometimes if it is curly or really straight, something like that. From there you could also just go into a plait and then twist that round like that. It's a lot more different if it's just back. And I usually get that, instead of a brush, I would just tip my head upside down, grab it with my hands, and then take it up. And so yeah, that's just a ponytail like that. And I find to get it tight, but not tight so it's pulling back your head, I would not go and press on the whole thing. I literally just get the top two pieces and pull them. Just like that. And you could also then turn this into a bun if you just by literally placing your hands here, pressing upwards, and then wrap this round the front and back to where this hand was, back to where it started. Get any loose pieces in. And I sometimes think that buns can look better when they're not secured by bobbles, just by a few pins. I only have one at the moment, but that just shows that one could hold, but it might not hold for long. And so yeah, that's that hairstyles. Okay, so that was my back to school hairstyle look. Look for the fishtail plait tutorial because that's going to be up in the next few days. I just want to show you quickly, I know that you've seen this up before, but then for those of you that have watched my London haul, you saw that I bought some blue jeans from Topshop and I had them on today, so I'm just going to show them. I've tucked them into this and they're just high-waisted. And I think Topshop jeans have always like a really good fit to them. So yeah, that's my outfit. Okay, bye.